Alright, ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there in the crowd, get ready for week number 2 of Kolo X Arena, the collab of the gods, and we are here to bring you some spicy MK11 featuring the best players in Europe. And on the mic today, one of the best players in it. No, I'm kidding. It is Mr. Aquaman. Even though it's a decent Kotal Khan, I have to say it.
Whoa! Speaking of decent, yourself, what's going on, Rip? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the second week of our amazing collaboration between the Kolosseum and Rip's Arena, coming together, North American, EU, and beyond. PC Mortal Kombat 11. I forgot what game we were even playing here, Rip, because I've been right here with you guys, and so have you, Rip. Let's get right into it. These players have been competing for 2.5 hours off stream in a grueling format, and you got to compete yourself in it for the first time, Rip. So I'll let you tell the tale of how that goes.
Guys, today I was like, you know what? I actually didn't even want to compete, but Aquaman sent me a message. He's like, why don't you try it out? And I was like, you know what? As a good tournament organizer, we have to share the pain, Aquaman. You know what I mean? The pain of the players, to see what they have to go through to make it here to this top 8 in the end. And guys, today it was probably the most exhausting session of MK11 I've ever played, because the format alone, it is a matchmaking system. It is Combat League on steroids. That's how you can call it. You hop right into the queue and you get matched versus sweat. And do you guys want to know my first 4 matches, Aquaman? Do you want to know them?
Being the man behind the screen, getting to see all the action happen live, I watched this unfold with popcorn in hand. I know, Rip.
Guys,
go ahead and tell him.
Guys, I booted up the game. First opponent, Val. Second opponent, Kitana Khan. After Kitana Khan, Makuran. After Makuran, Desarded. After Desarded, Kani Mani. And I was sitting here. And I already offered Aquaman $10 via PayPal just so he can give me a different opponent. Guys, this is hell. It is super exhausting. And the overall level, it is just peak level MK11.
I like to call it feeding the fishes here at the Colosseum.
But it is super fun. So guys, if you ever want to play some MK11, and you're from Europe, CIS, NA, East and West, make sure to check out Kolo.gg, sign up, because we want to see you in the next one, because plenty of weeks are left, Aquaman. Only week number 2 today.
That's right, of 5 to make the 16-player finale. 8 players, that's right, 8 players from each region are going to be making a 16-player finale, and they will be playing against each other in that finale. That's right. We're going to throw, because we're animals, savages, brute forces of nature, we're going to be throwing 8 players from each of these regions at each other, and that is what the prize pool is going to be towards. That we're also raising here, Rip, and that we've already got a decent prize pool for $187 on that match, Arena. Thank you, guys.
Juicy. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Don't forget, if you want to contribute to these events, we have it pinned at the top of the chat. You can find it in all descriptions, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. So if you want to support these great players, make sure to do so. But yeah, today's lineup. Aquaman, let's talk about it for a minute. It is stacked. And we even see some players we saw last week already, proving once again that consistency is key here in these events, because there's a qualifier leading into the grand final. And it's gonna be good, guys. But I'm missing one player, Aquaman. I thought MK Javier is playing today. Do you know what happened to MK Javier?
You know, MK Javier, this is quite an odyssey of a tale to tell about a player's run today. In that MK Javier could have, in a different timeline, made this top 8.
But what happened, Aquaman? Can you tell me what happened? Tell them!
He ran into a 6'7" German suplex of a man named Rip. Hammer in hand. Denial in his veins.
It was a game 5, guys. It was a game 5, but in the end, I was able to rob this man.
And that loss led to him not being in this top 8.
That is so demonic. MK11, brother, I'm still sorry. But it was a stellar fight, guys. It was super, super intense. But now, let's take a look at this bracket and let's see who actually made it. Because this is gonna be a blockbuster evening of MK11. Aqua, talk about it.
So, MK Javier and this next player that we're going to talk about, as you see Kanimani making it, of course, I'm not even going to talk about him. We have Aladar. Kanimani, I love you. Aladar making the top 8 with kind of winning a tiebreaker over MK Javier. And this is where it gets really interesting with the format too. And I don't even get to talk about this even on our regular seasons, but he advanced over Javier. 1, because of the loss to you, and 2, because Aladar had beaten a stronger player in his run. Believe it or not, that can be a difference maker.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, he ended up beating another player that you see on here by the name of Rothor, who was coming in as the 4 seed. And because he beat the 4 seed, it was so much stronger than anyone that Javier had beaten mathematically. And so he was able to advance over him. It's actually, it's interesting how many things can come into play in this matchmaking stage. And that name that you see is the other one to talk about. Rothor is in the building.
Oh, it is time.
The showstopper, the final boss of wherever Rothor is from. But he is...
He's from Belgium. And of course, known as one, if not the
I didn't expect that, actually.
on planet Earth. We call him the secret weapon of the arena.
Whoa.
Because that Rambo, it is a one-of-a-kind Rambo experience we're gonna see today. Even though it's gonna be a very rough matchup. I mean, round number 1, Kitana Khan.
Oh no.
By the way, Kitana Khan, happy birthday. Aquaman, believe it or not, Kitana Khan playing here in our event on his birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in the comments on YouTube, in the chat here on Twitch?
Happy birthday, Kitana Khan.
But it's going to be a close match, and I can't wait for it. But then when we take a look at the second bracket, Aquaman, I can't even talk right now. Save me.
Another addition to our event here. Froggy coming in, leaping into the top 8. Gets a big test early with the other side of the duplicitous Panther combo that's in here. We're fighting Disarded in the round 1 of this bracket. And then in the final match, we're going to have the Scarlet Sensation. Sometimes Cetrion, sometimes other characters. But one of the wonders of the world in Mortal Kombat, Macaron, ladies and gentlemen, going up against Val. And Val, who you heard from Rip's run, is someone not to be...
Oh, guys, he destroyed me. But yeah, today it is literally the elite of MK11 here with us. Invites are out to the first players as well. We have a very, very interesting chat prediction, Aquaman. It's gonna be 91% on our week 1 champion, Kanimani. But Aladar, he is here. He is on a mission, guys. A very, very, very strong Kano player. We're diving in. Let's get it.
What that tells me is that the chat, or sorry, say 90+% of the chat is afraid to take a risk. They're afraid to go against the grain. And my boy Aladar here is here to do just that, to take big risks. He told me he was a Kano player. Apparently that's going out the window because he's praising the sun.
It was a lie.
Oh, but one that we have seen a lot in our events on the NA side of things. I think this was 3 of the matches in the NA top 8 last week because Kotal Khan can be so scary against a stagger game.
Okay, so let's see. We have Kolo. We have Sub-Zero. Two very, very strong characters according to official tier lists. If we ask Aquaman, of course, Kolo bottom one chat.
Oh, but top two because he got the hit. And just like that, we're in the corner. Oos. Aladar off to a really strong start, trying to impose. That was an early. What a gorgeous anti to get out of that airspace and give me that juice.
Now we have Kanimani on life support, but this might end bad for Aquaman. Here's the for Aquaman, for Aladar. I'm already going crazy just commentating this bad boy.
That was a blink away from being over, and we have seen it time and time again, but I love the aggression from Aladar to challenge him. Once more, the 4-2 neutral there. We just woke up, forward walk, forward 1-2 to stop the walk back checks from him. Oh, he needs to watch these toes.
Yeah, the big threat here on PC is that forward 2 is flawless blockable on reaction, and Kanimani being a very young player, he is very consistent with that, so we're gonna see that from time to time. But Aladar with a slam dunk, pressure non-stop in the corner. It is a guessing game.
Oh no. Papa Khan is getting the oven warmed up. Has a damage boost. That command grab could have been close enough for the kill, but now it is Kanimani a robbery away. The trade. Petrified forming a blizzard on the screen with all these ice balls. It's just walking up. The balls, the Pelotas Massivas of Aladar. I say big balls in German, Rip.
That is so good. We say, Dicker, I am Mr. Aquaman.
He's got him. Look at him. You know what we call them as Kolo players? The orbs of the Aztec.
But Aladar with a very, very strong start. I love the confidence. I mean, Kanimani known for being able to OS every single thing in this game. But try to OS that command grab. It's pretty rough.
Beautiful start for Aladar, guys. Aggression paying off. But we know that both of those rounds were a coin flip. We're going either way. He is definitely
and
not caning, but conning.
I'm not gonna say thank you for the donation from Hey Rips, your co-host has hair. I'm not even gonna say thank you. Not even gonna say thank you.
And why did my mustache donate earlier and my sunglasses?
This community is crazy, just as crazy as Aladar is, because this man has no fear. You're saying Kani who?
No fear in the blocks are there. Big up. Another really bold challenge. Oh, raw command grab after blocking the jump in. No implication means that he's going to have the mid-screen to work with. He tries to jump, but gets scooped once more. The double dunk. Oh. This could be a praise the sun moment. Instead, he just forward tunes.
Yes, Aladar saying, you're not sliding anywhere, my friend. Good interrupt with that forward two. And I'm very surprised here because Kanimani really feeling the pressure in game number 1 already. And this is single elimination, guys.
That it is every single week up until that finale, which will be double. Woo! That's multiple times. He's woken up with the forward 1-2. They're saving him. Not quite minus enough.
Aladar
trying to get something.
I like it.
It's interrupting everything because Connie's trying to do the same. Stop it! Every button before gotten shut down and still not afraid. Like that Makuduck gets him out of the corner, and he has Cotton Connie jumping so many times with that 4-2. Stop.
The slightly delayed back 3, Connie picking it up in the corner. 4 down once, tries to connect the slide, gets shimmied!
Aladar is a game away. He's definitely dead.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes! Yes! Get the hell off my sword! Look at that damage! Look at it! Oh,
wait, that killed?
Yes! Of course it killed! You thought he was alive?
Guys, I cannot believe it. I thought he's gonna
You
survive
fool.
this.
I looked away moments ago. 2-0 for Aladar. Even Takinada, everyone in the chat saying one more, he's alive, for sure. And you know, I'm gonna make that the next guessing short right there because I saw most of the chat wrong.
Yes, I think no one was ready. But guys, you see, you really cannot calculate who is gonna win this. Kanimani won last week. Now the last resort. We're going to the main. Jackie Briggs. Aquaman.
And if you remember, Connie did it with Kolo in, I believe, grand finals last week.
Yes. Versus decided. But of course, that was last week. That is the past, guys. Now it's the future. Let's see if Alada can sweep the champion.
Has had a week to study the moves of the champ. And already off to a big start. Off the defensive bar for both. No punish there. What could have been. I love how bold he is with these forward twos, Rip. Not afraid to put him on the screen. And here on PC, we've seen what can happen to those forward twos.
But big damage. Jackie Briggs, the pressure machine, back on the stage. Did I see wake up forward two from Alada?
And he used it as a teleport once more. A little late on the anti-air, but he still caught the whiff punish of that jump. Liking the reactions from Aldar too. Okay. Connie. That's a knockdown. Gonna bleed.
And that is
probably
the
ready
round.
to throw.
No gain.
I have expected the back throw there onto the goop. I'm sure that Kanimani tried to use that to bait him as he finally gets something on the board here.
Good launch, immediate breaker. Kami not able to connect the down two. 1-2. Okay, we're taking the risk. We get the reward this time. Where's the sun?
Back to the corner you go. Oh, how do you get up after that? Use your back like a spring. Drops a combo, but no punish again. A couple of times where Kanimani could have got up.
Oh, and Alada sitting there like a turtle, waiting for his turn. And there it is, side switch. Forward to Meaty. What's for breakfast from Kani?
Oh, finally flinches on the jump in. It can be close to the kill. Tries. He saw that there was recovery right after the dash punch, but Jackie, a little cheeky right there, recovering quick enough to say, I can still press. So many of us would have done the same in something similar. When you see someone whiff after dropping a combo, think you can press? Denied. Connie stays alive in this week. She is trying to maintain the point lead of the series.
That's correct. And, I mean, Aquaman. Game 5. In the first match of today's stream, it would be a little banger, right? That would be the proper way to start this event, in my opinion.
It would be the only way to start this event.
So
I think that every match is going to go game 5. I really hope it doesn't, though.
Yeah, I was about to say that it's going to be a long stream, guys. But we are ready. But let's get back into the action. Kanimani on the board. Even though it's the ugliest stage in MK11 again, I don't care what you guys say on YouTube or on Twitch. It is ugly.
This is a Kotal Khan player's wet dream. Can you imagine if he jumped into the ocean back there? How much power he would have? Oh my goodness, I never thought of that. Oh, he's gonna be drinking some of Jackie's here and tossing her to the corner. Ooh. You see how everyone freezes up when they realize how much raw power's on the screen when Kotal Khan has a damage buff?
It is hella scary.
Loving this back and forth right now.
Ooh, I like the two from Alada. I think that was even on reaction. One makes away. Both of them.
He's a madman. He's a madman. He took away the gap and with it took away his life.
And in my opinion, that was the 3000 IQ move. Because I think Kanimani was like, Alada thinks that I think that the risk reward is in favor of Fatal Blow. So he's not gonna do the Fatal. But that's exactly what he did.
Dicky eye rip. You said it. Anti-airs with the 4-2 from half screen. He is gaming. Connie almost got the 4-2 punish. False block, but knows can't really follow up with a jack. He doesn't have a big enough up 2 or up 3. Kotal's 1-2-2 pushes you a continent away. Ooh. Man, can you talk about the lack of recovery on some of this stuff?
The the wake up down too. Good jump on the command grab. Kani reading him.
The champ stays alive.
Fight.
Again, expecting the throw.
That's still KB'd.
Don't ask me. I still to this day don't understand why. Is it hitting on the last active frame or something?
Man, I've seen some things in my age who look like that jailed. Kani's definitely feeling himself.
Goes for the full string, and
like
again,
that.
Alada taking the risk, gets the reward for it again. Not amplified, wants the meaty opportunity.
Oh, Jackie's throw strikes again in the whip recovery. Meaties with goop from the sky. Close up for the kill, and I don't think that there was anything he could do defensively. Aladar found himself in a checkmate situation, and it sends Kanimani and us to another game 5 in Kolo X Arena. We've been gifted with a few of them in our start to this wonderful series. I love it, and we're off the start of this one.
That is right, guys, and everyone on YouTube, everyone on Twitch, you guys know how we roll. We're gonna set the arena on fire for every single one out there. I see the chat going crazy. Guys,
I was so scared that they're gonna make me take shots, Rip. I was scared.
Definitely not. But guys, it's gonna be good. So it's Alada versus Kanimani, game 5. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be exciting. And here we come. Get ready, chat. Put your seatbelts on.
Fight.
Alada. Final round. Now he needs his A game.
How many times are these raw swings of Aladar going to get him out of jail? I've seen him swing with forward 1-2 out of the corner multiple times. Bloodspray, he's got the place to hold it here. Mama Jackie ain't playing right now. Can he breathe? He gets 1 down, 3 out. And that's all Kolo Khan needs is 1 poke, 1 hit advantage state. And you're going to guess for your life. That's what makes these characters so great, is they can down 1 and play their game.
Alada. Oh, he tried to whiff punish with forward 2, but that is a little bit too slow.
No pain, no gain.
And Connie,
Round 2. Fight.
from the depths of the Netherrealm itself, it feels like. That's a match point.
He wants this reversal 3-0, and it is so hard because Kanimani, he is so focused in these competitive situations.
And Connie, I've only seen just gets better and better with the sets as you give Connie more information to adapt to and overcome. And out and in, through and underneath, between Total Khan. Finds one hit away and anti-airs. That's still converted. It's still converted. Hey, wait, is he gone? No,
That is the fastest disconnect I've ever seen in my life.
He was like, he was like, of course that comboed. Of course it anti-aired and still comboed. Because every time she jumped and got anti-aired on the first hit, it would whiff, right? Beautiful comeback by Kanimani. Look at that. The down 1 whiff punish setup.
It was literally perfectly timed here, and Kanimani showing once again. You can never count him out. Even though it was a 2-0 lead for Alada, Kani was like, let me sit up, let me bring it back. And he did exactly that, Aquaman. Very impressive first round, and I think the perfect appetizer for what's about to come here in Kolo X Arena.
Yeah, what a warm-up if that's just the beginning. And then look who's coming up next.
Oh, wait. Should we take a look, guys? Let's boot it in. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I can take this. Rotha, the best Rambo on planet Earth.
On
versus
the Earth.
Kitana Khan. Yes, and the matchup looks rough on paper. I gotta say it. We have both sides of the tier list here. Rambo and Cetrion. And you guys on YouTube can figure out on your own who is on which side. I'm not gonna say anything.
And if you've never watched Mortal Kombat before, you'll be surprised.
But guys, invites.
But with someone like Rothor, what makes him so exciting to watch is that he can make it work.
He can.
With a character like that.
Yes. The thing about Rothor, we always say that. Rothor, he doesn't care about matchup charts, guys. Rothor, he is so confident with his Rambo that even the worst Rambo matchups on paper, which are like Cabal, very bad for Rambo, we have Geras as well, really gives him a rough time. But Rothor just doesn't care, and hopefully we're gonna see that today. Even though I have to say, Aquaman versus Cetrion specifically, sometimes we see the Raiden.
Ooh.
So,
but that's to be expected when you consistently play at a level like this, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Rip. I know you aren't, but I kind of promised them a shot real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I mean,
did.
Oh, come on. Then you have to do the speed run because speaking of shots, Rothor is going RoboCop.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
I mean, you know. Cheers, Rothor. This is for you. I'll take a shot and so will you, apparently.
Everyone, cheers. Thanks for being here and welcome to Kolo X Arena. The match is starting. Aquaman, are we okay over there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What was that down to? Whoa, Rothor. I look onto the screen to see some swinging from the big man. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh, I didn't even see the rocket come out. We're already seeing some wackiness in this one. Rip some full screen shenanigans.
And there has to be a reason that Rothor chooses RoboCop in this particular matchup here.
On paper has an answer and an outspeed for every projectile, except for right there. I guess you gotta be first. Stop that low pound. The only thing that Cetron's gonna be able to do to harass RoboCop, it looks like in this one, and with the health lead, looks like that's what's gonna matter. And what can Big Murph do but hold all of this? He's coming in hot, and I mean, when you're 9 feet tall and 10,000 pounds, how are you gonna make it over that fiery Hell's Wrath?
And right now, Kitana Khan on his birthday, chat, wants to make it to the finals of this top 8 tonight.
There we go.
Trust me.
He has the corner for the first time. Nothing but safety here. Not afraid to get the punish with the down forward. Woo! I love watching a Cetrion that can shimmy like that. Eats a 4 of the robot.
Okay, parry. Rockwall doing its job. With hit confirmed. Tendril pull. What's for dinner? We go for the laser.
50 times short hops and lows. Who knows with these Cetrions? Oh, that rocket is so quick. We have seen just the speed of it, I think, be one of the reasons why he's brought this character.
That might be right. And we see so far it works. A very close match, back and forth all day. Score tied up so far. It's going to be a good fight, guys.
One adjustment I can see him possibly make is bringing the OCP charge when he jumps over those low pounds. He can try to react with those charges, but this has been an interesting matchup so far. We're still in an adjustment phase, for sure. Whoa! Oh, spacing's immaculate on some of these specials right now. And they're both playing a lot of mind games with their amplified and non-amplified specials. On Rockwall, on the low auto. After the down 4. Ooh, went for a Herculean read right there with the up rock.
More ground pounds. And the mid command grab. That is so dirty. Rothor looked like an input error to me. Tries to whip punish. Oh, it's getting hot in here, chat.
Jeez! Doesn't like a rocket to the face. Right down to the wire. 2 fatal blows in play. Murphy's get close for his. Cetrion just needs to react, and that flawless block was insane. And that's what it's going to come down to. Now his chip is an issue.
Rothor! Rothor!
Finish her.
Ah, he's teabagging! Aquaman, no! Do you see what's happening here on screen?
That was incredible. I just watched someone zone and play the zoning war for, I don't know, 5 minutes straight. And then it was so beautifully timed and choreographed to get that micro dash into the command grab at the end.
I mean, guys,
Beautiful end
yes.
by Rothor. And yeah, he sent a little bit of a statement towards the end. A little bit, you know, he said, I got something for you for your birthday. It's in this bag.
The chat is saying the same. I see happy birthday bags in the chat.
Happy birthday bags.
What are the events so far?
What is in Katana Khan's birthday bag from Rothor?
I don't
As it turns out,
want to know.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, no. But that could not have been any closer. These two are just going to what appears to be wither away at each other's health bars.
Great conversion into the restand.
I like that. Katana Khan still trying to snipe with that jump boulder. Not as prevalent in this Robocop build because of the lack of OCP charge. Hold on to the south lead well. Using the stage. Trying to fatal blow ranges Rothor, getting a little bit of the stage in his favor. He's shooting these shots early to interrupt the teleport. Got the quips. Here we go. This could be it. 950. Keep that in mind, guys.
The turn. Rothor.
No, not gonna be that.
He's still breathing, Aquaman. He is still breathing. He tried it, and I respect the attempt. Didn't work out. Katana Khan staying patient with his back against the wall, though.
Fight.
Rothor tried to shimmy into a max distance, and Katana Khan with the read of reads. Short hop in the... That was the sexiest side switch I've ever seen. Holy crap.
It was a piece of art. Put a frame on it.
Are you kidding me? Give that man a medal. For sexy. In MK11. I'm feeling that shot, sorry.
And speaking of shots, Aquaman, I know you're a big fan of Kraken. Do you know what Katana Khan actually had here for his birthday? Since he's living in Germany right now, but don't try to pronounce it.
What's that?
The gute altes Schwarzwälder Kirschwasser.
I gave up after the second one.
And all the Germans in the chat, they know it.
I got Goot.
Finish him.
Katana Khan says that the Kirschwasser is kicking in right now.
The Kirschwasser is kicking in.
Kirschwasser.
1-1 while Katana Khan ties up the entire match. And now it's going down here. Single elimination, first to 3 throughout the entire bracket. That means even though these guys had to fight for 2.5 hours straight just to be here, if they lose one set, Aquaman, tell them what happens.
Oh, your ass is done for.
You're done. Officially done. You can go back to bed.
You can leave for the rest of the night, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. That's how it goes. So much on the line. Very, very intense because in the qualifier, you can lose here and there. But during those top 8s, you have to win every single set to be the champion. 1-1. Let's get back to business.
Someone in chat saying, Dame, you really don't know how awesome these players are until you play against them. And that is a truth. I know Rip got to play a lot of them. Rip, you actually played one of the people that played the most matches today, so shout outs to you.
I was on the grind, Aquaman. My mission today was, first of all, teabag every player in my own event. Second of all, block some people from making top 8.
Achieved.
So
mission accomplished. You got some thick points too, Rip. You were just outside of this top 8. And speaking of thick points, never mind. Cetron doesn't do any damage. That's a big swing and a miss! No! Big Murph. Dodging death right there, and it's gonna make a read. Certainly, she's dead.
Wait, 950 HP. It's gonna be very close in my opinion. I see a few shields here and there, but at the same time, DLC fatal blow, baby.
Stop. or I'll shoot.
Round
Nice
2.
reaction
Fight.
from the young man. See a rare punish on that rocket, too. That's one of those specials that has no recovery. And you see him use it almost for that reason a lot. It's been a offensive meter intense match. Did she slow profile that shot?
Looked like it.
What? Mother Nature doesn't mess around, man.
With Rotha not giving up. Juicy punish, not spending the KB yet. I'm pretty sure because Rotha has bar.
See the light.
Accepts the reset for 330. Rock ball not active enough, but reads the command grab anyway. Katana Khan, that was sensational. Inside the mind of Rothor.
Spare yourself.
I mean, these guys
Not
are
an easy
making
feat.
so many reads back to back. I mean, mid command grab on screen as well. I love what I'm seeing so far.
Katana Khan's trying not to get bullied to the corner right now. And there's that lack of recovery I was talking about. How do you get away with that on block? That was downright mashing. I will say it.
Rockwall. Yes, every single move is a mind game from Satrion. Is it Tornado? Is it Rockwall? Is it a stagger? You never know.
Is it a pinata? Is it a different element? Truly never know. Some good movement by Rothor, too. I'm used to seeing him schmoove with that Rambo. But RoboCop also built with some good ground speed. And this probably not get up for the kill, but set up a chip situation. Oh, the big boy won't die. He just won't die, Rip!
Rotha jumps in, but that standing one is too good. And that means 2-1. Kitana Khan.
Wins.
Oh, this is
Trying to giving
intense.
us all. This is a crazy match. For 1-1, you know, as much time has passed, I think, since match 1 when we got to game 5.
This could be another one.
Down to the wire. Final round. Battle of the gods out here in the arena.
And guys, don't forget, plenty of matches in the pipeline for your evening MK entertainment. It's gonna be good.
Black Market Alley.
Chat saying that these boys are nooching up. Is that what they call it?
But I'm
There's one thing that's...
surprised.
go for it.
No switch from Rotha. I thought we might
Round
see the
1.
Raiden.
Fight.
The only thing of Cetrons that looks to be giving him a lot of trouble is that low ground pound. I'm shocked it's beaten the low auto 9 the few times that it has.
Yeah, that low profile is so nasty.
And those couple of shots have been... That was ridiculous. Almost knew that there wasn't going to be the active frames. That second pound, got that gorgeous finish. Katana, overneath the low auto.
Wait,
to teleport
I
through.
thought
It's
she's
too quick.
already gone. A great conversion, Rotha.
That thing went through her own portal and brought her back. Holy crap. Can she make the miracle happen? No, not enough defensive bar for the whole clip.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh. Not sure if that was intentional for Katana Khan. I know that stand one was, and used it for the side switch. Beautiful reaction. Rothor 50-50 on if he's using that knockdown to stay zoning, to be on the health lead, or closing the gap. Oh, that's gonna be right back to full
Rolls right
screen.
into it. It is a boulder party
Oh,
here
no.
for Kitana Khan's birthday.
He's rocking.
Punish. Rotha fighting for his life in the corner, gets the duck. But wait a minute, one good opening is enough.
find
Rothor bet it all on an offensive frenzy. But Katana
Final
Khan
round.
stood the ground. I'm shocked that we didn't see the fatal blow right away because it would have put the full screen. One shot could have killed. Maybe it was afraid that low profile being the difference maker. Almost in range. I don't know about for the punish, but at least for a better check.
Or zoning, another good teleport. Katana Khan is so consistent with finding the just frame perfect timing.
Oh, stop it. Wonderful usage of the pinata there. Tries to really lay down 4 that gets stuffed. Rothor, the hefty lead. Look how big that down 4 is.
When wait a minute, you know that full screen facial blow is... What are those tea bags?
Those are the most robotic bags I've ever seen.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
And guys, the young prodigy Rotha is taking this to a game 5 again.
Looks like RoboCop's having a malfunction at the end of these matches, man.
There's so many great sets, guys, and we are just getting started. Oh, come on, this is going to be a good night of MK11, in my opinion.
I guess it is. Same characters. Katana Khan.
Special forces.
See if there's any change to the Cetrion. Just taking a gander at the move list. That low pound, I don't see any reason to come off it. Same with the teleport. Even though, gotta give credit where it's due. Rothor, you know, recognizing that it's hard to react to teleport with a, normal. Instead, put in the mid command grab. It's one of the smartest things to do in that situation.
Oh, yes. But Rotha blocking with his face, and that is a problem when you're playing versus one of the best characters in MK11.
One of the scariest techniques you can use in this game. Blocking with your face, but sometimes it sure can work. There you go, try to check the teleport with buttons. Nothing. But it's gonna be scary because now we're gonna see if Katana Khan teleports into a neutral jump. We'll see. I'll make the read.
All the way from Rotha. What a he confirmed that flawless block, Aquaman. Did you see the delay on it? And he's dead.
Yes. No. Alive.
No.
I'm gonna call it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
No. No. No, my friend.
I better be wrong. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
realm obeys.
I'm so glad I'm wrong.
Round
Our beam was super effective. It was only because it was his birthday, Rip. I'm gonna say it.
Do you think Ed Boon would have made a little birthday surprise here saying, you know what, you can put in more work to kill that Robocop?
I know Ed didn't, but Derek may have. With his birthday shoutouts, who knows? We're all teleporting out here. Looked like he was trying to read a rocket at that range with the pinata. And no reads there. He just wants to bully this man for full screen.
The thing versus Cetrion, I think she really tests your mechanical skill. Because you have to be so consistent with every single flawless block, every single boulder, the rock wall, flawless block to punish it, and all that stuff. And if you miss
Tornado as
only
well.
one of them, Aquaman, you're back full screen.
Back full screen or in the same situation, guessing again after taking some damage.
Yes.
But RoboCop, the same. Every single hit. Back to full screen. Two similar game plans, and it's the second
What a
time.
reaction.
Woo. That's going to be a tough one for Katana to deal with, unless, reads it and gets the... How that is going underneath a low shot is beyond me. Did Cetrion... Does she have the gold medal in Limbo? In Outworld?
That's what it looks like.
So much space already. Nice flawless block. That avoided a lot of pushback. because those also matter. We talked about a lot of lost blocks on those specials. Every projectile too, just to avoid more space.
Ooh, and that is
Big counter hit.
that is huge for Rotha. Another lethalist launch here.
Speed that rocket.
Rotha,
So
mid
quick.
command grab. What is it gonna be? Look how quick these mags are.
He just broke the game. Rothor taking it 3-1, giving this man possibly as many bags as he is old with for his birthday. Happy birthday to Katanikon.
Look at him in the chat, Aquaman.
He just says happy birthday.
Oh, guys, what are we doing here? Rotha managing to make it to the next round. This is a very, very intense bracket so far, and we are still just getting started.
Even on your birthday, crime does not pay, everyone. The OCP never sleeps. And Rothor breaking out some new sauce, for me at least. Not getting to see him too often. And that's what's great about this collaboration, Rip, is that I get to see these guys out that I only get to see, you know, few and far between in the past couple of years. So this is awesome.
Yes, and I can say exactly the same. I'm so happy that we can showcase here because, guys, in case you don't know it, all these events here, the live events, everything, you're going to see it on both channels on YouTube. So, Kolo in the chat because you guys don't want to miss the action. It is... You guys only stream on YouTube, right, guys? So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you see when Aquaman is going to be live. And we have the time real quick to talk about it because every Friday, the EU side is going to be here live on Twitch for the Europe side. And every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, we're live with the Kolosseum channel over there. And it's always going to be a bloodbath because these NA players, when we're gonna make it to the finals, guys, and we're gonna combine both regions in one double elimination bracket. Aquaman, then I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, those shows are going to be awesome. It's going to be spread across 2 days. So Friday will be top 16 to top 8, and then Saturday will be the top 8. 8 players from North America, 8 players from EU and beyond going at it. And in that top 16, it's going to be every round 1 match will be someone from NA versus someone from EU. It's gonna be juicy. After that point, it's gonna be just a bloodbath. But round 1 is gonna be 8 matches of magicalness.
It's gonna be great. And since we have a little minute here right now, Aquaman, I heard you prepared a little graphic for us as well. If you guys want to know, wait, who is the best player in the Kolo X Arena season right now? You know what? Take a close look because Aquaman, as always, doing so much work in the background for the entire community. Here it is, guys, because ranked number 1 right now on the EU side, Kanimani, and basically King Gambler on the opposite side of the bracket. 150 points for them. Aquaman, this looks stacked.
Yeah. You see Aladar building on it, getting a top 8 here today. That's 80 more points. Schoolman. Missing out, Macaran's going to be building on that. Damer, Javier. All guys that are going to be consistently building those points throughout the series, because you said it earlier, consistency is key in this.
Oh, yeah.
And on the NA side of things, King Gambler. What a nerd. If you guys haven't watched any of the NA stuff, let me tell you something. Who walks in and just wins both PC and PS4? This man. Back to back, Saturday and Sunday on the Coliseum.
Super impressive. I mean, King Gambler
Right after
right
winning
now,
offline and won something else right after, he's on a tear.
yeah, he really is, guys. So let's take a look at the prediction, even though it's not live yet. But the match is starting, guys. Be patient. I think the mods got you covered in the next seconds because it's going to be Discarded versus Froggy. And we're still in round number 1. And I see a character I didn't expect at all.
Oh. I might need a towel after this one because I'm about to get wet. Kolo Khan and Rain Rip.
That is a beautiful match.
Round 1. Fight.
This is a battle of speed versus, speed and utility versus kind of the slower side and power. What a
nice flawless block. Yes, these players, they know every single gap, every single OS.
You know, you can't really OS that bad boy. Oh, there's another one. Oh, no. The thing about a mid-command grab is you have to jump or get command grab. What a flawless block. Who's flawless blocks the quickest projectile in the game right up in their face? This man started.
Started. Flawless blocks back to back. Good air to air as well.
He just didn't have the resources, but was ready for flawless blocks in the forward too. It's going to be huge. And so far, Froggy showed the knowledge to us. Flawless block every gap that Rain has put on the screen, and it's not one that you see every day. Jeez. Nothing he can do about that. Discarded. Thought that he was probably going to instantly fatal blow because it was guaranteed. But believe it or not, Froggy actually gave him an opportunity to break and could have saved him.
After that forward one, it was a true mind game, right? It was a gamble here on the Sardis end.
Round 2. Fight.
But it always makes you think when you see something like that happen. I'm sorry, has to not let it get to him.
Was a nice read, jumping out of that mid-command grab.
Like he got shimmied after that jumping. Rain, when he's in that range, he's got a great mid with that back too. He's got you up in your face with it. Oh, that disc anti-aired. It was up above him.
What a raid from Froggy. Back to 2 optimal link. And he is still in
a lot of damage. 372. He sees you with that shimmy his life away. He's dead. Oh. That big boy walked up and 19 frame mitted his life away, Rip.
That's what just happened. Aquaman, do you think it's gonna be Sub-Zero now? Do you think we go right to the main?
I think so. I think so.
Little walk up in the replay. It was so nasty from Froggy.
I just saw it back. I'm a couple seconds behind, but I just saw it. Oh. It's a killer. That is, yeah, we will bitch and complain about that forward 2 to no end, but that it has a built-in like shimmy with how slow it is because of that, and the reward is very high.
Yeah, the reward really is high. But now, no character switch yet. Decided sticking with Rain, and then what a whip punish from Froggy in second number 1.
Oh, he's already off to a start. It'll be 330 and some change. You better not get hit again. Get a nice delayed 3-4. Safe on block. Oh, advantage. It broke the armor. If he had the bar, that would have been so much damage. That was the KB requirement, but he had to amplify.
That wasn't a hit confirm at all. Froggy just letting this bad boy rip. Side switch as well. Dash up command grab. Did you see the wavies?
I don't even know what to say. They just skated across the whole stage. It's just, okay, we're back on the playground. Shutting down the flawless block. It's just started. He needs to pretend that none of that happened. My goodness. It's like watching light flash before your eyes, that big boy coming at you that strong. What an interruption. Good punish. Taking to the corner? No. Opts the knockdown rate. So there, you can take the bubble to the corner or get the knockdown in front of you. Also has a tidal wave. That's a great utility move for Rain as well. Gives him a mix-up off of 1-3.
Fight.
Okay, Froggy's sitting there. Oh, a big whiff on that forward 2.
There it is.
Oh, he tried to pick it up. Can't get it after that up 3. But here's the command trap again. Slam him. Back to the corner you go.
Stop it. I don't know what that info was. Wait a minute. Meaties with a 4-3. No anti-crossover attempt right there. It looked like Disarded was ready. Prime for a read, and he gets one here with the jump. So hard to press against that back 2 of Reigns, and he is eating away the health bar with it. Tries to shimmy him again. Not falling for his Disarded. He's only got 1 to live here. Checks the 4-3. Big play for him, and a weird stagger of just the back 2. Something as weird as that. So different. Finally catches the big boy off guard and Disarded. Stays alive. Ooh, I love these outros with the raindrops. Oh, we got Cetra on the game before. Now we got Rain. She's catching him. He's kicking him. What did the rain ever do to you guys? Okay. What did water ever do to you?
The thing is, now with that potential announcement of MK12 on the horizon, right? When you look at MK11, Aquaman, let's be honest here for a minute. The game still looks so amazing in terms of graphics. And imagine how old it actually is. You could release that as well this year, and no one would complain.
Man, even going back to Injustice 2, it looks incredible.
Yes.
And both of these, both Injustice 2 and this game are on the same engine. And both of them are on a very old engine. Unreal Engine 3, they're on 5 right now. So I'm scared of what the next game is going to look like, if I can be honest with you. I'm petrified.
Same here. Oh, that was such a dirty walk down. Did you see that?
I felt it. Thought that was my gut. What a walk down. He's bet it all on that 1-2 con cut. There's some rain damage. Oh, the Ender dropped. Unfortunate, and he skated and wave dashed out of the corner too. And my goodness, he's dead. If he ain't dead here, he's gonna praise the sun. Oh, he's dead.
No,
he waited too long. He waited too long.
No way.
No. No
way that Disarded brought this back.
Oh no. Because he backed off. It gave him the time to kill. If he did an instant God Ray up in his face, it was over. Because enough ticks would have gone by for the 4-2 to come out before the KB, maybe? But damn! Disarded stays alive. Big stuff happening, Rip. Woo! The size of that jump back. It didn't matter. Yes, again. Oh no, no meter. He's out of the corner. Not often you see a command grab Kotal Khan whiff, and that's the second time he's committed to the 1-2 launch. The SpaceX rocket.
Okay, hard knockdown in the corner.
So ready for it with the micro duck. It's Froggy, and this is close to death. I don't even know on this one, Rip. What do you think? 50-50.
I think he's gonna survive this, and Froggy, don't get dropped again. What's for breakfast? Aquaman, Disarded is pressing!
Finish him.
And it ends up saving him. Down 1, down 4, amplified projectile. Just stopping the button presses himself. What an outro, too. The anime water warrior himself. And Rothor is saying those are some ass wavies. Oh, man. Well, we've had on the screen almost all of the best wave dashing characters, too. We should see some Fujin later. Oh, man. Survives, and I'm shocked that right there, Rip, that we didn't see a God Ray.
I'm pretty sad
because I think that
well.
he could have survived a projectile and got an amplified one out.
You might be right, but Froggy,
But
he is going Sub-Zero, guys. He tries to beat Disarted
No.
with his own main character. Now it's getting toxic.
there's so much of this in the EU, Rip, and I love it.
And we start with a forward two. Froggy's saying, how does it feel, my friend?
That was animalistic. And here's the throw. Overhead throw, and then where's the low? Oh, he didn't get punished for that one. This is savage. Just wake up with the 1-2. No. He's tried every. Oh, was that it? There's one player in particular that I see use the sweep. I don't remember if he's trying to take a page out of his book or not. Love this move fight. He started though. Rip!
Oh, this is so close, guys. Down for Hydra boost. This is gonna seal his faith. Disarted on match point.
Round 2. Fight.
What in the world? Down two, right back at you! You got it down two again! Now this is MK. Look at the damage, 340. He ain't playing around no more. He said you ain't getting out of the corner, big boy. Oh shit, yes you are. Didn't even know what to do! He didn't even know what to do!
Froggy with the optimal conversions in Kolo X Arena tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's the third time he's trying to wake up forward to rob this man. And instead, oh no, the reset!
Not like this!
It's still active!
Aquaman, this was an
Still
EU
active
reset.
behind him. He got bubbled.
He got bubbled.
He got bubbled. Oh, that was great.
Oh man, guys. Insane sets here. We are still in round number 1 of today's event. Don't forget about it. But GG's. Too Froggy and Disarted.
I just watched it back on the replay. Oh, the active frames on that bubble will get you. That was awesome.
But I didn't expect those characters from both players. I mean, we expected Sub-Zero versus Fujin from the get-go here. Froggy's main, Disarted's main, but Disarted go in Rain. Very interesting. I've never seen him play that character before, and that is a great showcase of these high-level players as well. Because they can play so many characters on the highest possible level.
It's gross.
It is.
Every time I see him, so impressive. And thank you, Disarted. Showing us something new.
Yeah, showing us something new, especially for the YouTube side of things as well. But guys, let's bring in the bracket. Let's talk about it, because round number 1, there's only one single set left. And we have 2 killers, Aquaman. 2 very experienced players. And I know one of them is your favorite player in Europe.
Macaron. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a massive, massive Macaron fan, if you guys don't know. Every single time he's on the screen, I get excited. This man meditates, elevates, alleviates, detonates the the arena with his magnificent gameplay. And Val. But the thing is, everyone on this side of the water impresses me. And, you know, everyone that plays this game globally, there is such hidden talent out there in the world. And he's been one of my favorite finds since coming across the arena, because damn, he's good. Flawless blocks, knowledge, and the character specialists over here. Not just Macaron, but all the other character specialists as well. And we're even seeing them break out characters like Rain, just showcasing the variety that the game has to offer at the highest possible level.
Yeah, that is true.
So thank you, guys.
2 very, very strong players. 2 insanely strong mechanical players as well. You spoke about the execution, the neutral, and we're going to see that today. Macaron, I mean, he loves the flawless block mechanic. I think Macaron hopes that this is going to be in MK12 as well. But it's going to be a good fight. Both players are in the lobby. The chat prediction is up, and it's very, very one-sided. I see 91% on Macaron.
Ooh. Did not expect this one to be so one-sided, Rip.
Let's see if the match is one-sided as well, Aqua, because I see a Cabal.
Ooh. So not...
Wuxi Dragon Grotto.
expected, but let's get into it, guys. Our first dance with Cabal on the night, and same thing with this Scarlet. Macaron, Val. Round one here, Kolo X Arena, single limb. Starting off with a shimmy attempt as Val, and gets caught out of the air. Can't believe it was still active.
Well, I think Macaron tried to interrupt that, saw the little whiff in the beginning, but that was a nice call-out.
Oh, tries to wake up with something. Blood Boil's already doing half of the damage, half the life bar of Cabal. Meets some air-to-air, and that's a huge read by Mako, trying to armor break too. So many big reads early. And just outranging Cabal. Outside of the area, unidentified aerial phenomenon that's going to bring to the table, Scarlet's definitely going to have the range advantage. Oh, the armor break's going to catch him up. And now does he got the spins for the comeback? Woo!
He really tried it. That was so demonic.
This is a bloodbath.
And you see the blessing
Round
of that
two,
boil
Fight.
of Scarlet's, giving her huge, unbreakawayable damage. Guaranteed stuff. Now, Gas of Cabals can sure come into play towards the end of the rounds. Catch the punish out of nowhere.
Oh, and speaking of catching things, but we're not spending it yet.
Woo! These boys are swinging right now, Rip. Whip it or block it does not matter right now. Buttons will be pressed, and here we go. Got the spins to the corner. Scared. I think even tried to delay that a little bit, trying to fish for the counter hit. I'm sure he does have the KB on it. Teleports to nowhere.
I love the bait from Macaron there. He loves to do that. Gets shimmied. Restand is gonna do it. And it's 1-1. Another close match. This could be another game 5.
Fight.
Woo! Was he afraid to OS because of the boil?
I think so.
Cheap.
Nice flawless block from Macaron. There's the breakaway. Immediate from Val.
And there's that mechanic that we talked about, Mako really liking. Flawless block. Sensational with it.
I mean, both players showing us that they're able to flawless block literally everything.
Empty gas, you really see that? Oh! Mako wasn't ready for that, and is he gonna be able to kill him? Guaranteed. Yes, he is now taking game number 1. Okay.
And Val is sending a statement to every single player in this top 8, saying my Cabal is gonna conquer today's tournament 1-0.
I really like how he's not doing a lot of aerial stuff. Early on, kept it very grounded, very, playing the range of Scarlet, that stagger-heavy game. And there you saw, finally, those raw leaps in paying off for Val towards the end. And Cabal, I talked about the guaranteed damage of Scarlet, but
Cabal.
we almost never talk about Cabal getting some pretty beefy guaranteed damage.
Cabal hurts. A lot of people
With that
always
2-3
forget
hook?
that. Yes.
Man.
But guys, don't forget, every single set is going to be a first to 3 tonight, so everything's still possible for both sides.
Round
Let's see if
one.
Macaron
Fight.
can answer back.
And everyone that falls in this round is still going to be going home with a great amount of points, and they're going to be tying for 5th. If you guys look at the rules and look at the points and all that fun stuff in the structure, which I'll also have more for on this show next time around. To show you guys that you can read it, etc. That's a big pickup. Give her the blood. Scarlet is the blood goddess of MK11.
Oh,
tried to whip, but it gets
but
slumped.
Makuran, not quick enough.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just swings after. Every hit finds its mark. Big Mako.
Round 2.
Taking round 1.
Fight.
You can see that he's afraid to get into the range of Mako's normals ever since that first round.
It was such a sick conversion from Makuran as well. There you can see the loyalist. He knows exactly what he has to do with that character.
Oh, the moment that I decided to learn Scarlet, I'm watching Mako. Everything he does, I'm just going to steal it.
There's no one
And if
better.
you guys are learning Scarlet, just steal everything that Mako does.
Just do copy and paste. Oh, the backdash was nasty.
So was the anti-air before. This is just disgusting from start to end by Mako. Will it end on a high note, though? Instead of gorgeous punch from Val. What's the rob? You gonna stand it? Get health back? No! There it is.
I like the attempt from Makuran, trying to armor through that raw nomad dash down to sit down.
Did he flawless block that Nomad Dash?
He did.
What a nerd. Simply too good sometimes. What a match we got. 1-1.
But I just realized, I mean, the overall level we have competing here in Kolo X Arena Aquaman, it is straight through the roof. Literally the best players of both regions right now.
You guys are seeing the highest level possible going into the tournament season. We got a lot of big tournaments coming up around the world happening. Rip, Combo Breaker coming up just a couple weeks away, if I'm not mistaken. CEO, Evo, kind of the big three here in NA.
Yes.
Yeah, all coming up. So everyone's preparing. Evo has a $25,000 prize pool for MK11. So a lot of players are trying to get that practice in ahead of it, and this is one of the great spots to get that practice.
I'm gonna try to win Evo as well so I can get that hair transplant, you know? Imagine the kind of hair
What do you
transplant I
want,
could
Rip?
get with that Aqua. Imagine.
Yeah, if you could afford anything, what would you get?
I would go with the Fujin cut.
The Fujin? Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. You were looking like a white-haired Fabio.
And then I would invite Tigress to a date. But then she's gonna tell me, wait, but you only have the hair. Where is the cake? Wait, never mind. Let me stop.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? No, Aquaman, let's
Wait,
get
wait.
professional here. Let's get back to business, okay?
Whoa. Back to business.
Oh, what
You
a
know what we
snipe.
do?
Tell me, Aquaman, what do we do?
Have a good time playing some Mortal Kombat, just like these players. Mako bullying Val at the moment. What? It's so close to picking up on the stand one. We almost saw a
Mako had
miracle.
it. just the dash up. That was so unspectacular is the right word here.
Fight.
Anticlimactic right there.
That is the, I mean, of course, Aquaman, that would have been my second choice of word here as a native speaker.
Rip, that's okay. English, I can't even comprehend it. Val.
Oh god, the break. Do we spend it this time? And yes, we do.
Finally try to stop this momentum that Mako's found. He's out right now. Perfectly timed teleport. And that was just so good. I didn't even know what to say. It was just so good. Did you see how he's almost wave dashed under that gas in to get underneath it and avoid the jumping?
I mean, I saw it, but don't forget, guys, Scarlet's one of the most damaging fatal blows in the game. How can Makuran rob this? What is the way?
Full screen wave dash raw fatal blow.
Back two. Yeah, to it!
Oh my goodness, what a read! Inside the mind of his opponent again is Mako. Probably read an instant jump back OS jump one.
That
Again,
was
knowing the options of the opponent, and wow.
We have to take a look at that replay, guys, because look at the life difference here. And Makoran, all calculated. Back to hard knockdown, expecting the jump. And then immediate fatal blow confirm. I mean, the best Scarlet on the planet right now in the lead, 2-1.
That's just being inside the mind of your opponent in the moment. So many options that Mako had off the knockdown of that overhead, right? And so many follow-ups that you're worried about. And if Scarlet does do, another backup back two, do you have enough space to disrespect with the jump, etc.? Has he been in that situation before? And does he know that he's going to try to do that? We also don't know there as well. And there, Mako, I think, felt that he got behind Cabal to mess up the input, but he's turned around in time. Finds the first hit.
And another fly. Makoran is saying this is a no-fly zone, my friend.
Yes. Ooh, that was from so far away.
I was about to say, we whipped first, but then still got the connect here.
Sometimes you do that intentionally because of how far the second hit goes, and you do try to catch someone. Hello! Whipping that, so maybe an intentional whip for the first. Just like that was to set up the throw. Yeet!
Teleport.
For Scarlet.
Not gonna work, and guys, don't forget, we are still in round number 1. This could be another game 5 here. This top 8 is stacked, Aquaman. What have we done?
We've let loose onto the world. Wonderful Mortal Kombat rip.
Shimmy.
And I regret nothing. Tries to shimmy with the walk back. Just challenges. No fear from Mako to get the knockdown. Just forward 3. Forward 4. Bully him. He's got the space now. Didn't expect to jump in after the flawless block. Was ready for that. Goes inside the gas. And I love this. Seeing an actual gas cloud on the screen, kind of rare. You only see it on block at high level.
Pretty even match right now. Makoran with the perfect spacing again.
That was so optimal.
Yeah, some juicy high heal sponsor damage. 35% to be exact. But wait, did he just... Wait.
The only thing I heard in my ear was Scarlet going, after getting hit by the rock. Getting hit by the rock. No, Majash.
That is what happened. Val tying this up. And guys, what can I say? It is another game 5. Chat, go crazy.
Chat saying that was evil. That was awesome. Once more. Just in the first round. When that spin hit, Scarlet was so loud.
Man, Vali is a mad lad for that. Scarlet. And just like that, it's gonna be final match, final everything. Val versus Makoran, but there can only be one winner today. Who is it gonna be, chat? The prediction, 90% on Makoran. Let's see if he really got it.
The chat is sweating right now, seeing their boy on the cusp of a potential loss here. How many channel points are up right now, Rip?
Oh, man.
How much is this going to cost everyone?
Let me take a look. I see 100,000 channel points on Makoran.
That's a lot. That could ruin the economy here. Mako looks like he's already meditating, though.
It was a nice whiff punish from Val.
These two just playing so safe and trying to be reactionary. Right now it's Mako, Val being the aggressor of the two. Takes one risk and now it's straight. The moment that Mako makes an offensive decision, he still covered it with the flawless block. That's gross. How can you be playing football and playing both offense and defense, Rip?
I don't understand how these guys do
That's
it as
messed
well.
up. That's messed up.
But Makuran again, all calculated. And the wrong moment dash! At the last second when you don't expect that bad boy. He's dead.
Oh no! That's gonna be GG. Thanks for playing right there. So calculated. One. Let go of a block button anywhere on the screen and this happens. Alive?
Makuran. Does he have what it takes to bring the... Look at the timer, 7 seconds. And the down one check from Val. I'm losing my shit here, guys.
Round 2.
2 seconds on the clock, and Val actually gave him time to do something right there. Sweaty. Match point Val. Gets him from close range with a snipe of his own. The 50 cal buzzsaw. All momentum on Val's side right now, Rip. He is riding it. I can't believe he got the close buzzsaw.
That was such a dirty walkdown. Val, with all the confidence in the world. And even though he is up in rounds, he does it again, the meaty Nomad Dash.
I have a little too much confidence there, Rip. I mean, you can still see it in the play. And the aggression of the buttons, false block even there on the pant. Both of them in such a gaming state right now in this final game. You just gave Makuran fatal blow. Left stagger's coming back on life alert now, Rip. He's avoid that gas, jumps into it. Eats a couple of ticks on block. Oh no, is that gas gonna be it?
Not yet, but that air buzzsaw is gonna do the job, and Val making it into the semi-finals as the last player of round number 1. GG's.
GG's, Val. What a comeback.
But this is so intense.
To think that all of this, if I'm not mistaken, started off of a raw nomad dash.
Yes.
You gotta love a story that starts with something like that. You're at 2-2 in one of the craziest matches of your life, and you did raw nomad dash, and that's what broke the mental of your opponent.
Yes, I
Wonderfully done by Val.
love the confidence from Val. Very, very well played. I mean, from both players. We can say that about literally every single player in today's bracket. The skill level overall, even in the matchmaking already, is so high. It really is so tough to make it just to this top 8 here in the evening. If you guys want to play a little bit of MK11 Friday or Saturday, feel free to check out Kolo.gg on PC, because it's a completely new world. If you're used to Combat League only, then really try out this format, because yeah, it is Combat League on steroids.
It is taking me time to adjust, Rip, but it's starting to click now, and it feels so good.
Yes.
So good, guys. And not only does it feel good, but it looks good too. And I'm not talking about just me and Rip. Wait, what?
Wait, what? You know what? Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. So, here it is. That means round number 1 officially in the books. And now we only have 4 players left. But 4 absolute killers. Kanimani, Rotha. Match number 1. And then after this, Desarded versus Val. The never-ending rivalry. What character is Rotha gonna play, Aquaman? What do you say? What do you think?
Well, if he doesn't play Rainbow at some point, I'm going to ban him. So I'd like to see. People are asking, where is he, Rip?
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to put on the camera for Nero. But he is actually playing with his toy right
Playing with
now.
his what? Okay.
With his toy.
Yeah, I was like, please finish that sentence.
I had
Please
to take a
finish
little look to confirm.
Don't take a pause at that point. Never pause on a sentence after you say play with or playing with, chat. Never.
But guys, the players are in the lobby and Rotha, he continues his RoboCop run.
The Robo run? No, Connie, no. Oh, this matchup was already lame as crap earlier. Come on, there we go. There's the jump.
Kolosseum.
He already knows what's gonna happen on the YouTube side of things if we upload this. And we have Cetrion versus RoboCop 2 times.
And the thing is, I was gonna give them full permission to rip into these kids on the comment section.
You would find Aquaman in his own comment section.
I'm in there shit talking too. I'm competing on both of the NA ones, Rip.
Oh, I like that.
If you guys don't know, I got third in the last Kolosseum event. Heyo.
Man, look at the boy flexing. But Aquaman, he is a sweat
rigged.
guys. Don't forget about that.
Rigged.
But the corner pressure. Johnny Cage, a beautiful one of my favorite characters to watch in the entire game.
Yeah, Johnny Cage has a nice, clean, basic, fun toolkit, right? And this one has a great arcing projectile. That's awesome. Plus frame pressure that you don't see an awful lot. And the speed of the force balls stops the Rob in the middle of the broad daylight.
Fight.
In the Kolosseum. We're here, baby. We're in game. Woo! Not 50 cal hitting too high to convert, though. And that was punished from so far away on the low auto 9. That's difference maker.
Imagine you get teabagged by Rotha, Aquaman, and then you see that variation name. I would uninstall right after.
And all I see is this little kid playing Mortal Kombat in his room, eating some gummy bears, just going, wing!
Exactly!
I'm fucking everyone up! Oh! That's Rothor right now in his room. Yeah, just got him, yeah.
Final round.
At 17 years old or whatever. Some high-octane zoning that he's brought to the table so far.
Rotha looking for the trip guard. But Kanimani, one of the best players in the entire world right now. That's what he's known for. Winning every single competition left and right.
You think Rothor might be trying to dial in his inner Foxy and just destroy
Potentially, yeah.
the tournament mentally today? This is, dude, don't forget, this is not just a physical and execution game. This is mental warfare too. Got some blink.
Amplify,
command grab.
super close.
Can't get close. Needs to avoid the strip. Oh no, he's bleeding. No! Over the caltrops to stay alive. That was a perfect finish from Kanimani. 1 inch from dying on that strip, Rip. It had to be that close.
No, that was just ridiculous. It was, and it was all calculated from Kanimani as well. That's these super insane reads or reactions these high-level players make every single day, because MK11 or fighting games in general, Aquaman, it's like a game of chess, right?
RoboCop.
You have to adapt, you have to make decisions according to the moves of your opponent. Very, very solid. Great comeback from Kanimani.
Chat, my bad, guys. I did call them caltrops. That is an Aaron Black move. My bad. I'm old.
Johnny Cage.
I was there for the infamous Fox finish with caltrops, and I had a big flashback to that moment, but that's how great that moment was.
Okay, but Rotha still not switching. I want to see that Rambo in action.
What do you think is going to be
Round 1.
the determining factor that gets it out of Rotha tonight? Will it be on...
I think, no. The problem is Rotha knows that we want to see the Rambo. And he's just saying no. Kids these days. That's all I can say, Aquaman. Kids these days.
Well, I mean, you know, the thing about that, Rip, and I hate to be that guy, but this is a lose-lose situation for Rothor. Because he thought that he was trolling us by picking RoboCop when more people are going to post comments about how much they hate RoboCop. Because he picked RoboCop. And we still like that too. On That's Connie.
So, we are the winners here.
Always. Oh. And the judo chop. We'll take the round for Rothor.
Round 2. Fight.
I've still really enjoyed the pick so far. Looks like he's been putting in a lot of work. We've seen a couple of conversions I haven't seen out of any other RoboCop mains here in North America. Now, that's what's gross about a specialist, Rip, is that they go in and just find stuff that no one else does because they don't spend 700 hours in the lab doing weird things with them.
Oh, that is a good point. Like 3 staggers from Kani Mani. Look at this strike throw pressure.
That was gross. So many mix-ups in one. Off a poke special. Ooh, that was awesome. And he put the gas close so that he couldn't get pressured. So super smart. Oh, wait your turn, he's saying. That's such a scary spot to be with back three being a threat, and I can't believe that he crouched that throw perfectly. He gets the gas, and he blocks through it. What was that? Insanity. But Rothor survives. I thought that flawless block was about to set off fireworks for this man, Kanimani. That was awesome.
Yes,
Rothor.
You are under
Stops in this
arrest.
place.
But I think the problem is Johnny Cage's raw fatal blow, right? I think it is too slow to connect after that up two.
I think it should be.
Do you think it would have worked?
Maybe.
Chat. All you guys
yeah,
on
let's see what
YouTube,
is back.
on Twitch, let 2 old mans know if Johnny Cage can fatal blow immediately after that up two.
The Johnny Cage.
Because he broke away, maybe. I think because he broke away, it may have added a couple of frames on here. What do you guys think?
Shit.
So right now the
Only
chat
because he
is saying
broke
no.
away. Let me know. Okay.
The chat is saying immediately fatal doesn't work with Johnny.
Interesting.
Round 1. Fight.
That's crazy to think that a read like that with Fatal Blow is not going to be the move. But speaking of moves, Rothor, these big boot anti-airs. I'm loving it.
And the Daku as we see that every single time from these high-level players.
I don't think he was a little too comfortable on pressure with. Connie needs to be careful jumping from that distance. We've already seen him get clipped. Time and time again. It's a good trade.
More pokes, left and right.
Barely whiffing these buttons. And trying to disrespect down 4 on the hit. That's a no-no against Johnny Cage. This man jails off it from so many ranges.
Ooh, that could have been a punish. Good flawless block from Rotha, but Kani pressing out of it.
Shocky press there too at the threat of a minute. Grab 2. Stop it.
And he
Connie
gets shimmied.
shimmies him.
Man, this is
1,
such a
2.
scramble.
Round
Last
2.
45 seconds for a scramble. My heart rate. What was that? Are they both bagging? Balls block their judo chop. You don't see that every day. No disrespect. We're gonna give you some more real estate.
But Kani with the life lead.
He's fine with this. This arcing force ball is so quick. You see, at a very high level, this pick of Johnny Cage be a pick for Cetrion, RoboCop, Liu Kang, because this is so good against those low fireballs from full screen. And that jet dash-up challenge from Connie.
There is
will
no
keep
escape.
the lead on the side of the cage. Woo!
Just like that, we have Kanimani on match point. And at the same time, this is for the spot in Grand Finals. Since we're already in semifinals, only one match after this. And it's going to be Desarded versus Val. Who's going to face the winner of this one?
That's right. These streams are in and out like a demon's whisper, guys. Single elim, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's round 1. Semifinals, 1, 2. And then Grand Finals. Points are set for the week. And then we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and the reason behind it is, guys, Aqua and me are just getting too old. We can't commentate for more than 3 hours, guys. It's the max.
Yeah,
we need a break.
We can't even lie. We can't even lie.
It is actually the same for me as well.
Especially after, wait a minute, where'd I put the... Especially after a couple of shots, you know what I mean?
Speed shot. Aqua, speed shot. We're back to the match. That is a speed shot, chat. Let's get back. Kanimani, 2-1 lead.
That was for you guys, chat.
The chat is asking for a 12-hour stream. Guys, stop it.
Yeah, they're just gonna watch us sleep rip. Nice punish. Let that Johnny kick and punish it from that range too. The regular low out of 9. Actually normal with the arcing ball. He's slowly creeping Robo to the corner. Here we are. AKA jail. What a challenge with a down 2. Big grease by Rothor. Fatal blows in play. Big Murph. Doesn't have much threat in the form of a mix-up, so he's trying to just outrange and get a whip punish here. And no downside to coming off that cancel whatsoever from Johnny. This is just a win-win for Connie. This is match point now for him, Rip.
Fight.
Oh, it is, and Kanimani. He
Grand
wants
Finals are in
that
sight.
spot in Grand Finals, but Rotha fighting for his life. These players, they don't give up that easy.
I don't think I've ever, in my 17 years of commentating this game, seen a RoboCop just swing with stand 2. The bitch slap of Robo. Is that the bitch slap of him? That down 4.
But Connie answering back when he low profiled it up 3.
Oh! That one worked. Stop it.
The forbidden string.
If that hit Rip, you actually had to give him the win.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rotha would have left.
Oh, yeah. And if he didn't leave, we would have booed him. Connie going for... I don't know. I don't know what to call it. The crucifixion. But Rothor, because of it. No, he actually went for it again. Stop it.
That was such a smart check from Rotha as well with the low auto 9. 1 round away from game 5 or match over.
You never know if something like that, guys, will cost you everything. Trying to go for the meme, go for the highlight, instead of just staying and keeping your eyes on the prize. And that's the victory. And now this health is dwindling for Connie. Could this cost him everything? And yes, it is so far.
Oh, Rotha tried to enter air, has to pay the price for it, because with that fatal blow cancel, optimal combo as well from Kanimani. Look at the damage. Aquaman, one of those numbers.
518. He is lit it up, and now he's got the health lead himself. Kanimani, what was that? All of it off a touch and another cancel. And that will be 3, 2, 1. Connie. Money.
What is
That was ridiculous.
GG's.
What did Rothor do to deserve that, man?
Let's take a look at this replay here again. Those damage numbers, you don't see those every single day.
Execution so crisp on that instant jump normal pickup. And after that one swing, 500 damage, it all fell apart for Rothor when he had the momentum going.
Yes.
Wonderfully played by both.
Yeah, a super close match.
Every time they meet.
Every single time. Yeah, you're right. Kanimani and Rotha, it's always back and forth. 2 very young players, 2 very talented players. And I'm pretty sure going into the next titles, Aqua, we're going to see way more of both of them.
I hope so, man. Seeing all these guys and what they could do if they traveled and competed offline is scary. And I say that as someone that sees a lot. Scary.
Yeah, hopefully pretty soon we're gonna see this happen offline as well, because I see so much potential here for the EU scene as well. Unfortunately, it's very, very expensive. You guys know it. But speaking,
guys, the economy's in shambles. Let's just call it what it is.
Let's say it how it is. There's no way around it, Aquaman. It's rough out here. But speaking of rough things, seeing this next match we have, Disheartened versus Val.
Oh yeah. What I really want to know is, are we going to get the rain again?
That is a very good question.
That's got me feeling pretty excited for Disheartened here. Who's been... he's been pretty wild with his character selections. Last week had a couple of surprise picks. Here with the rain so far. What do you guys think against Val?
I would love to see the rain again. But now, since it's getting closer and closer to the finals, I'm not sure.
I'll be right back, Rip. I want to get some water.
Oh, get some water, guys. And in the meantime, if you want to support this project, feel free to check out the Matcherino link at the top of the chat. Goes directly into the prize pool. Thank you so much for being here, guys, especially the YouTube side as well. Everyone watching this on the Arena YouTube or on the Kolosseum YouTube, you guys are awesome. And thank you so much for all the support, the encouraging comments, and for keeping things like that going every single day, because the community is the reason why tournament organizers like Aquaman and me are able to do this. So thank you guys for being here. Next match is starting. Let's get right into the action, baby.
Sindel.
And I already see the character select screen, guys. And it is not gonna be Rain this time. It is gonna be Sub. So Val on his OG main. I can't say the same thing about Disheartened, because his OG main is Shang Tsung. Solid start, Val. Okay, high octane MK11. That forward four is such a good neutral tool for Sindel. We all know it. Good check, plus frames, enforcing it with down one. But Val holding North can't get anything out of it. And eats the raw ice ball. Big combo, rising ice. Disheartened's favorite variation, high risk, high reward.
Came back just in time to see a forward four whip out here in the streets of neutral, and commitment from Val. Tried to rob him of his life with some big damage. Disheartened having none of it. Here we are in the corner. Time to guess again. Woke up with the fatal blow in. How did she turn around in time? He did it so early, and she still was looking behind. That almost looked like it was the wrong.
It was just great. Turned around in time, active frame, still catching that jump in.
That's one way to stop it. That's the third forward that Disheartened has whipped as well so far in the match. Not a good look. Down. Oh, so many whips. Another one. Like we're already in an endgame territory, Rip. This has been a scramble.
Oh, it is a scramble. Both players pressing buttons. There's the forward two. So hard to block, even on PC.
Sing for his life. Just to get something out of the corner. It was a forward attempt. Can he leave here? Yes.
Oh, the duck under.
Use that. I may have used that as a situation or an opportunity to get out of the corner right there, maybe.
Fight.
Jump over. Yeah, it's to be expected. Try to beat a flawless block. It's a tough spot to be for Val.
The chat is asking, is this really on PC? Yes, guys, it is. The Arena or Kolo X Arena collab, PC only.
Ask for mercy.
We have seen so many flawless blocks, so many anti-airs, so many fantastic Mortal Kombat plays. At the same time, we've also seen some incredible ugliness. Because, well, that's just fighting games. Everyone complains about ugliness, Rip, but I've played them all, seen it all. Every fighting game has a crap ton of ugliness. We just gotta accept it and have fun.
That's true. But right now we have our block. That is the punish. Not gonna kill. I don't know if he would have had any other opportunity to kill, but the back two is gonna do its job as well.
Interrupting a forward 4. Beautiful snipe of a normal. And comeback by Val. That's something you don't see every day. Maybe a little too forward 4 heavy early on. Is discarded. But he's trying to set a tone. He wants to be up close. He wants those plus frames. He wants to mix.
But while showing that he still got it. I mean, a former pro competition player. Don't forget it, guys. A lot of experience. And one of the best Sindels we have ever seen. By the way, Aquaman, do you want to know my very, very first tournament I ever joined in MK11, right? It was a 2 versus 2 tournament. Do you know who my first opponents were?
Round 1.
It was Kitana Khan teamed up with Val. And both of them played Sindel back then. That was my very first tournament experience in MK11. And it was my last tournament.
My first offline MK11 experience, round 2, Ninja Killer.
Okay, so you can feel my pain.
Yeah. Pain and sadness. I mean, I'm watching Val feel his pressure right now. Trying to swing with those stilettos. Stars having none of it. He just forward 2 instead. Breakaway's gonna come, and it's not even worth it. A lot of guaranteed damage there if the timing's perfect to come down and get the jump 2 through.
Round 2.
Oh yeah. And guys, after this, Aqua and me, we are gonna talk about the schedule because there's a lot of confusion in the chat. I mean, understandably, because Aquaman, he is hosting so many different events. We have to talk about it. Guys, after this match, we got you covered. Forward throw. Val saying hello, screaming it in his face.
Oh! Just a raw slide from the start, and he is not afraid to risk it all. With a lead, with a deficit, and 4. The interruption of his forward 4 earlier, snipes with the 1-2. They interrupted a forward 4 of his own, and this is all he can do. No wrong right now. 353. Holy crap!
I just realized this variation name again.
Dashed up with a forward jump.
Finish her.
Right when you said it, I just had to take a quick look, and it broke me a little bit. I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it as well. Discarded. Tying it up. It is 1-1, guys. We have so many close sets today on the big stage.
I'm also a little ashamed that I just got it, like just now. Man. That's the mental... some mental damage as well, potentially, to his opponent. Because you never know if a real messed up variation name is to try to mess up your opponent, to make them laugh, to get them to, you know, anything. Try to unrattle them. You never know the lengths that people will go to at a competitive level, guys. You simply do not know until you've been in there, in the crevasse, in the crucible of it all. Another forward attempt by Desarted. He is not letting go of that button. I think he might need to start not letting go of is the block button, though. We'll see. Say that as right. 1-1.
Very, very good block on that overhead. And speaking of gold blocks here, Val answering right back.
Try to say me that we saw taking #1 with the back 2. Jumping back, looking for a forward 4 slide read. See it a lot against characters with those long-reaching specials. Just jump back from a 3/4 screen, look for it to whiff, get your landing punish. The Starter's been given the fatal blow, though, where no health lead is safe. Double ugly neutral jump. He's coming in like a freight train, like a snowpiercer. And he didn't commit or didn't hit the throw to the ice ball. He's gonna get counter-round. Oh no. This is just fate at this point.
This is
What just happened?
nasty. This breaks my heart.
You are weak.
Round 2.
I can't believe it. He had it on the back three, too. That was an unnecessarily perfectly timed slide right there from him. Starting this round. Taking a lot of damage.
Oh no, they started messing up the combo. We don't see that every day.
Jeez. What possessed that man to press it down to from that far away? And it hit. As he sent out down one scream. Unconventional stuff. Never mind, we're just mashing, Rip. We're mashing!
Oh, we're just pressing. We're rolling the face over the controller.
Oh, we're handing it to our cousin right now. Just press buttons. Can't believe it. After
forward
all
203.
of that nooch.
Sponsored by Disarted. Wait, what? Just a little the bitch slap to the face.
That was one of the weirdest rounds of MK I've seen on our tournaments. That was so unconventional from start to end. Another anticlimactic bitch slap to end. Anticlimactic or climactic? Another slide. Stop it. Disarted. He fears no evil. Let that be known. 412. He jumps into where he can use these bombs and use them. He does. Oh, that may be the final nail in Val's coffin. If he drops it off of that.
Yep, and that is gonna do it. No bar available. Disarted sliding in the DMs. Saying hello, my friend. Do you like Axe? Here it is.
Oh, you know, it's about time someone got payback for Kolo in Aftermath. Let's go! Those sons of bitches.
And just like that, we have Disarted on match point.
Trying to get back into grand finals. Where would be a run back? Turkey.
How is it possible whenever someone mentions Kotal, that Turkey
just appears right
in the chat? I don't understand it.
Sub-Zero.
That's the thing about us Kolo players, man. We, you know, once the sun has been praised, there's no going back. We just show up. We just appear through the God Ray.
Right. Turkey running around.
We just get summoned
like that, and then he hears Kotal.
Yep, and then he just walks through the God Ray and goes, "Man, I was in the middle of something."
Fight.
But we're here to praise the sun.
Yep.
Not today, though, Turkey. Kotal fallen earlier, although could still be broken out. Was in grand finals last time they met. Between Kanimani this started. Will that be the case today? Only time will tell, as Val still has a couple of lives to his name. You can make the comeback happen. Not a great start as the defensive. Oh, this is falling apart so quick.
What a conversion! What a pickup!
That was disgusting. Waking up with an anti-air down one. Had to forward dash cancel to get that stand one to convert. Gorgeous.
And Val's just pressing after.
Nice execution. Ooh, have expected the amplify for the side switch. And wake up jump discarded. I talked about him fearing no evil. He does so again. Look at the reward he gets for it. Chill. Ooh. That interactable just saved her.
Oh, there's just
This is
now.
mashing. This is just a match fest. What are we doing? No! Look away from the screen, guys. Look away. We don't want you to see this. Because look at the children. Down onto that slide. No.
I'm officially done. I'm gonna end the stream after this. I'm sorry, YouTube.
But can Val still take this? Stay alive! No! No!
This is, and I'm sorry that I have to say it like that, one of the ugliest matches I've ever seen.
That was so bad. We spent 2 hours talking about how great the PC MK was gonna be. How much they were gonna like it, Rip. How great the players were. How high level the gameplay was gonna be. And we give them this.
I can't even talk anymore, guys. GG's to Discarded and Val. That was the last round of the semifinals, guys. And there is only one single set left, but today is a roller coaster of emotions.
Dude, my heart rate's crazy.
It really is, guys. But thank you so much for being here. And as always, guys, I know that I'm gonna, Aquaman is gonna get angry with me again because he hates it when I say that.
Don't.
He already knows
fucking do it.
I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do from over there?
Actually, damn, you're the one streaming. I can't do anything. My bad.
See, what are you gonna do? I can do whatever I want. And you guys know what I want to do is I want you to check out the Kolosseum. Because honestly, Aquaman, a lot of people are asking, wait, is tomorrow NA on the Kolosseum? And then someone is saying, no, it is on Sunday. And then someone are saying, wait, I thought it's tomorrow. Aquaman, tell them, what is the current Kolosseum schedule looking like?
Ladies and gentlemen, the current Kolosseum schedule goes as the following. We have Kolo X Arena happening every Friday and Saturday. Today is Friday. It is the EU portion of Kolo X Arena. And tomorrow, Saturday, will be the PC NA version of this event. So it is every Saturday. Tomorrow is when the NA PC side of things go down. But I also have an event on Sunday, and that is PS4 for North America, and that is West and East, and it alternates. So this Sunday is going to be East, next Sunday will be West. The start times are all different. These happen these events. Start time is 2 p.m. Eastern here for the stream. For the stream tomorrow will be 4 p.m. Eastern, and for the stream on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern. So different start times, different regions, different games, different consoles. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going down. Multiple action for you North Americans if you're on PC and PS4, but at least one if you're on either. That's what we got going on right now, Rip, over at the Kolosseum. Right. And follow us or subscribe to us at YouTube at the Kolosseum. And everything's going down there.
Yes, all the links.
Even the ones that happen here, and likewise with our show, it's going to be on yours as well. Sorry.
Yes, guys. That's right. So we're having everything on both channels. Yinger in the chat is saying, wait, is the Kolosseum site on Aquaman's channel or on Rip's? All the NA qualifiers for the Kolo X Arena are gonna be on the Kolosseum site. We host the EU site here live on Twitch, but you can find all the VODs on both channels. So it doesn't... I mean, you can watch it on the Kolosseum channel first, and then just watch it again on the Arena channel.
That's right. Double dip. Why not?
I was about to say, why not, guys? Thank you so much for the support. But now, we only have 2 remaining players in this bracket. Aqua, let's boot up the names, and we could actually show the replay of last week, and we can already call it a day.
Yeah, just pull up the bracket from last time. But if I recall, I think it went to a Game 5 Kotal v Sub-Zero.
It was a close one. That's what I remember.
I might be something like that. Yeah, it was close.
But it's going to be Kanimani versus Desarded, the Battle of Giants. Once again. And the chat prediction right now is super interesting because we have 95% on Kanimani.
They like returning champ here. And I know that they've already lost 100,000 channel points earlier, Rip. This chat is not...
No.
You know,
care.
always on the ball. As far as their predictions go, anything can happen here.
Yeah, everything can happen. The players are now in the lobby. And
we don't even know who they're going to pick.
We have no idea, guys. Let's dive right in.
Oh,
Thanks for being here. And I see Total Khan again. And I see... Wait. No, they're trolling us.
Yeah, whoa. Okay. Are we here? Is this the final pick?
Not yet.
No.
Not
We went back
yet.
again. Stop it. They are trolling. Go Baraka.
What are they doing?
Do it. Do it.
Kano.
Like
Rain.
fisticuffs, Johnny. Whoa! Rain Kano is what we end up on, Rip.
Okay.
The menu meta, as they're calling it in the chat. Character roulette. Counter pick season. Grand finals.
Round 1.
Okay, let's see how this one turns out. What did you round start grab? What kind of debug? Oh no, he has a bug, I think. Wait, no, he doesn't. I thought it's a bug. I didn't understand it.
The audacity. We'll see what this will be about as the match goes along. Get that forward two out of here. The start of this raid has looked clean so far. Did break it out in round 1 of this tournament. You get the back checked. Ugh. Another one. Ugh.
The matchup knowledge.
We talk about it so much. It was from both of them right there in just a couple of moments. You saw so many decisions by both to counter each other's characters in really high-level situations. That was awesome. We'll start to the grand finals here. Even though we don't know how this is going to go, it's already such at a high level. Tried to suck him into the fire. That's dirty. If he does have that chemical fluid on you, just like you see there, and in the fire, if it's on the ground, there's a chance for a reset and big damage. Speaking of big damage, look at him. Beating him in the corner right now, Rip.
That's what Kano can do to you. Good interrupt again, and nice read from the started on the command grab. Oh, he was too late with that up too.
That's unfortunate. And he's gonna burn him! How does that even affect Rain? On a chemical level.
You know what? Let's not ask that question.
1-0, Connie. Another character, another job.
So many down ones.
And the flawless block being too slow on the 4-2-1 string.
Rain.
But no switch yet. Discarded. Still on Rain.
Was led.
It's been all discarded. Sorry, all Connie Money in this one. I get them mixed up sometimes. Sometimes I look up and I see Panther on my my Star GG over here on both of them. And sometimes they're known to play each other's characters, man. Which is where it gets really messed up. When they both break out sub. Oh no, nice challenge. Oh, that was such a good whip punish, but it was too far away to combo off the back three. What for aim? I'll say it.
And Connie continuing his reign of terror, guys.
How dare you use that against the character Rain? Rip. He's a pun against it. Whoa! The geyser! It chased him to the sky!
And then it's chip out. Wait, don't you start it with
Stop
the
it!
challenge!
That rip should not have happened on paper.
On paper,
He should not be
definitely
alive on paper.
Son of August.
But he defies logic
Fight.
to still be here. Oh, again. Stand 1's been his go-to challenge button.
Connie Money, so much disrespect after every single string. Command grab, here it comes.
We thought he finally had a condition. Or two out of the corner. Oh, the jump kick wasn't even behind him. Almost had a godlike duck under the spit. falling apart quick.
Man, I can barely commentate this. This is so
It's happening so
fast-paced.
it's fast paced. It's not a lot of combos.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, I like that Kanimani expecting the starter to press buttons.
Oh no. Recover in time, luckily. He tries to disrespect the hit advantage of that lighter. He's learning the hard way. Watch out for the suck.
That's where Kani is quicker. Looking for that armor break, can't get it. Flawless block. After all that conditioning with the down one interrupt. And this is gonna do it, Kani.
2-0, looking for the speed running grand finals. I can't believe that did that much damage off of the up 2 flawless block. 242 is some hefty damage.
I was
They need to
surprised as well.
optimize it super well with the double 1-1. Very well played. This started in the chat, letting us know how he feels and how it feels.
The Sardit is in trouble here. 2-0 Kanimani. And now the Sardit has to choose his final character. He is going Kano.
This is what I'm talking about. He is not afraid to just mirror it out.
No. Wait, we actually end today's event with a Kano mirror?
You assume it ends. This is going game 5.
Oh man, if this is going game 5, then I'm gonna lose my shit here.
Here we go.
Round 1. Fight.
He said, sorry, Kanimani. Job's a job. He's caning already. He's caning already, Rip. Who can out-cane the other? It's a cane off.
I like the duck under.
The jump 1 OS and the Kano ball. That's an annoying thing to deal with in neutral. I expect about 100 more down ones in this mirror too. Goes into the fire. Oh, this is such a tough spot to be. Oh, he's in jail. Guess one more time and you're dead. This is abuse.
He jumped over it.
What a jump
That
over
is gonna
there.
punish it. He
GG.
cancels out completely.
Kanimani, match point's gonna ride his competitor down to the floor and beat the bricks off him to championship point today.
Nice bit of tucker.
Nice bit of tucker? Yeah, there's a nice bit of tucker on the line in this series already. Nearly $200 US raised right now in the match arena if you guys want to donate to this prize pool that the players will be fighting for. Both the EU and the NA side of things. Check out the match arena. Pinned at the top in every single YouTube video if you're watching this in the future. It'll be in the description. Check it out. We appreciate it here.
That's right, guys. Thanks for being here. In the meantime, Kanimani going in.
Oh. He's abusing and looked at counter abuse to the forward one. That's him to guess. Thought he was going to command grab. He'll be it for the round and he stays alive. No! Execution wasn't there. Oh, looks like some mid-set teabags. Stays alive. I can't believe that this started is in this right now, Rip. He may have gotten a little too carried away towards the end of that round.
Okay, but Kanimani, we know how clutch he is in those final round situations.
That's a nice start. Boot to face. Oh, this is such a Kano mirror.
And again, the disrespect with the down one. Good tag.
Oh no!
And he still goes for it.
Again. This started the bolder of the two right there. Yeet! Can do no wrong. Wait a minute. Another scoop? And he's alive! Just like that.
Finish him.
From the grave! Making 10 monumental reads back to back, and that was sick. He's caning his ass off.
Oh yes, guys. This match is not over yet.
Kanimani needs to take a second to realize what just happened to him. The counter madness here.
If Kanimani goes right now, then I'm gonna lose it.
That's what I just put in the chat.
Kano.
The disrespect.
Yes,
Oh
going
my goodness.
What are these
He's
guys
an animal.
doing?
He's an animal.
Man,
He wants to.
They want
he
to
wants
beat
show you how
each
to win the
other.
matchup. Is that what we're doing here? He wants to show him how to win the matchup.
yes.
This is next level.
Money say, you know what, let me give you a little tutorial here in front of 300 people.
Already mix him with that 1-3. Ooh, not ready for the implication on that.
Oh, the
What
micro
is this
backdash,
movement
that was
already?
so good.
And just like the mirror was, it's nothing but buttons.
I'm
the hell
happy
is
that
blocking?
Aquaman is here with me because that is one of the hardest sets to commentate.
It really is.
Forward 1 pressure plus frames. What are we gonna do with it?
Oh, did he even punish? Argus may have saved him on that one.
No,
Oh,
that doesn't work. Not enough HP left.
Wreck off.
Round 2.
if he had any more space behind him to maybe move back and then do the startup, you'd have a different story. Now it's started. He says you may not have tried to accept this particular challenge in a moment like this in grand finals.
Good grab, good back throw. And did you see how he backdash and then entired?
And still reacted after backdashing. That's someone looking. Oh, get that lumbar check out of here. Meaty tidal wave too. Smart stuff. Match point now for Kanimani. Tournament point now for Kanimani.
Fight.
It is tournament point indeed. Or is it gonna be a game 5?
Good drop there. See a lot of times Rain gets those anti-airs, the conversions.
Oh, what a bait on the
awkward.
flawless block.
Big
Ooh,
reads.
speaking
Oh,
of
he
that.
still got it. Okay, we're back in that ugly phase. Buttons are being pressed right now. They can feel the pressure, the tension in the atmosphere. You know what's on the line? So many points. We flashed the money for a quick second. Rip into it. Oh shit! You gotta sweat.
Wait!
What could have converted into the fatal blow right there? This is so crazy. Not a second.
Oh, Kanimani! No, he is a different kind of beast.
Simply built different indeed. That was in lieu of having no more words. That was ridiculous.
It was just ridiculous. Look at him dancing around. Look at the T-Bags Aquaman.
Doing to Discarded what he has done to others. With his own character rip. Gave him the water gun.
Jeez, what a performance and what a grand final. I think no one expected these characters.
That was very entertaining, yes.
A big shout out to all players competing here in this event today. Okay, man, I have to be honest with you, I had a blast here.
I did too. We had a lot of, a couple surprises in players, but a lot of surprises in characters. A lot. That was awesome.
It was awesome, guys. But just like that, unfortunately, today's event is over after seeing one of the sweatiest top 8s on planet Earth. In the end, it is Kanimani who conquered today's tournament. But don't forget, it was only week number 2. Still a lot of weeks to sign up. So make sure to check out Kolo.gg. All the events are there, the sign-ups, everything. So if you want to be a part of it, Aquaman and me, we would love to have you here on the stage as well in these events. It is open to EU, CIS, Middle East, and of course the NA region as well, guys. So we got something cooked for everything. What are you waiting for? Check it out. But just like that, unfortunately, I have to say, unfortunately, because I enjoyed it a lot, today's event is over, guys. And we want to say thank you for everyone who tuned in live, for everyone who is watching this on YouTube later as well. You guys are the best community ever. Thank you for allowing us tournament organizers here to do what we love, to chase our dreams, and to work very, very hard, especially with that next announcement on the horizon.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
Something's coming.
That is right.
I don't know what it is, but it's coming.
So, Aquaman, you know what? Here, any final words for all the people watching this while I start the raid to another great community member?
Absolutely. Rip, thank you so much for doing this with me. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. So I'll be seeing you bright and early. Bright and early for me, late and decrepit for you. Unfortunately, tomorrow for some NA action here on the PC side of things. If you're watching, if you play MK11 on PC, join us. If you play Mortal Kombat on console, join us here. There's a bunch of ways to get involved. Check it out at kolo.gg. Check out Rip's Arena on all socials right here as well on YouTube and Twitch. And thank you so much for watching. From both of us, a lot more tournaments coming your way, and we're going to be raiding in Tento, who we'll be seeing this weekend on our stuff as well, Rip.
That is right, guys. So, everyone, have a wonderful evening. Aqua and me.